Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Unity North and our Wednesday night experience. And it is an experience. It's not really a service. It's a time to come together, to be together as family and friends, and to experience the energy of connecting and being together without necessarily being in the same room. I invite you to open a space in your mind and your heart to connect with me. And the right hand of every Wednesday night is Michael Burke. And it's always a pleasure to have him and his heart and connect with him and his beautiful words tonight. We're going to do things a little bit different this evening. You know, usually it's poetry and some chanting and some silence. We will have a bit of silence, but we're going to take you on a guided meditation tonight. And the songs will be less chant-like and a little bit more presentational. An opportunity to open up the sanctuary of our feeling nature tonight. You know, it's a wonderful holiday season that we are in. It's a season of light and joy and celebrations and fun and play and laughs and a whole bunch of wonderful things that we would label positive, that we would label as good. But for many people, this season is a difficult season, whether it be because of loss or it be because just the sunlight it's so rare this time of year. It seems to be overcast a lot. We get to get in touch with an inner place within ourselves that maybe doesn't feel like light and celebration, but is way, way more reflective. And so we're going to be very reflective here this evening. You know, all the holidays that are celebrated at this time of year, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, the winter solstice, the Yule, It's all about finding the light in the midst of the darkness. I don't think it's an accident. And maybe we can face the darkness, we can look at it and journey with it as a partner rather than repress it or pretend it's not there or label it as bad or wrong, but simply be in the darkness. And so Michael and I are going to take you on a guided meditation, a time to explore whatever it is you're feeling. If you're having the feels right now, it just doesn't feel great, I invite you to go with that with us right now. And I invite you to take a deep breath with me and let this first song be an invitation to a voice that's calling you inward. Let it be an invitation to an energy, a vibration that is calling you into that which maybe you've tried to set aside. Let's be there tonight. Take a deep breath with me and listen deeply as maybe you close your eyes. There'll be moments where a picture will be on the screen, but you can have your eyes closed and bring the pictures that you need for this evening. Welcome to this evening, to our hearts, and to this journey. Child of my heart, I see you, I hear you, I feel you. Child of my heart, let me know your needs. Let your soul receive. I am here. I am here for you now. Take another deep breath and meet that voice that's calling you. Meet that place within you that is letting you know that all is well. Child of my heart, I see you, I hear you, I feel you. Child of my heart, let me know your needs. Let your soul receive. I am here. I am here for you now. In a place of safety and calm and peace, close your outer eyes and let's become aware of our breath as we simply slow down and leave the world aside for a moment and gently and gradually encourage your breath to become deeper and deeper, slower and slower. Feeling each new breath as it enters your lungs as a gift. And feel it fill your chest, fill your belly, and then release that breath slowly in a place of relaxation, a place of steadiness, a place of calm. Your heart rate begins to slow and the mind chatter begins to fade into the background. And every one of your systems is finding a place of balance, a place of harmony, a place of equanimity, a place of home. Whatever you're feeling right now is okay. Let it be okay. And begin to, in that okayness, find the space between the breath. That space within that breath is the most peaceful place you can find. And take all your emotions with you because you are safe. Let all be peace with whatever is up. Let all be stillness as Michael and I take you on a journey, guiding you to a new place, a journey into the darkness. The month of December is the darkest month in the calendar. It's the darkest of the seasons. And that winter solstice is before us all. So let's match Mother Earth and go into the darkness of our souls and be okay. Be okay.
Picture now with me in your mind's eye that you are walking at dusk, alone, in a dark forest. There is only a faint moon above, mostly hidden behind the clouds. So you walk slowly, cautiously, for the pale stones of your path are barely visible in the glimmering light of the cold stars above that occasionally make their way to the path in front of you. You walk pensively, slower than usual, aware of any tiredness or worry, concern or sorrow in your heart. Darkness is welcome here. Let it be. Let it be. You know that in the new year that lies ahead, there will be more light. But you allow yourself to feel that there will also be new challenges, new perils, new uncertainties, and yes, new griefs to face. Here in this forest canopy of stillness and darkness, let it all be. Let it all be without resistance or the need to hide it. And you keep walking.
At this time of year, there is such a loud call for joy, for celebration and glee. The season is alive with light, and it's beautiful. But it is also a time to walk through those things with a reflective mind and heart that don't feel so bright. Emotions and memories that don't offer light, but may take us there if we're willing to walk with them. Deep within the forest of our very being, our very existence, sometimes there is darkness. Become aware of that as you walk this path. A darkness that's been pushed down, turned away from, or simply ignored. During this darkest month of the year, feelings emerge to be recognized, not suppressed. Feelings emerge to be embraced, to be then released, for they too bring necessary gifts to each of us.
Continuing your walk along the dark path, you remember that the longest night of the year is coming, the eve of winter solstice. The days are short and often gray. The sun, hidden behind ethereal fogs, not far away from these dark woods, people scurry to and fro in a blaze of colored lights, bent under a heavy burden of expectations, struggling to keep up traditions that may be no more than dry husks by now, long empty of the meaning they once held. How much of true joy is there in the frantic buying and selling and all the anxious bustle of this season? A deep sense of calm that surpasses understanding rises. A deep sense of calm that surpasses understanding rises within you. A peace in the midst of darkness.
In the darkness, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the darkness, where every color blends and every heart can mend, good is there. In the dark, you will find that you can have true peace of mind. In the darkness, your healing stories told, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. Healing's there. Good is there, for God is there. God is no less available in the darkness than the light. In our lives today, and in the lives of so many of our sisters and brothers around the world, love and forgiveness, stability and peace may be in short supply, but God is no less available to them or to us. Yet the season seems to demand that we be joyful, and to a sorrowful heart, that demand itself can be an incredible burden. Another invitation to the despair that one is already feeling. So counterintuitive, let's lean in to that which we are feeling as we continue our journey into the dark forest.
Returning your attention to the path before you, you keep walking, and gradually the bleak beauty of the winter woods begins to soothe your heart. The crisp air, spiced with the odors of cedar and fir, refreshes you. The dimness is restful, very restful to your tired eyes. The path under your feet is level, easy to follow, easy to follow. There is no sound but your slow footfalls and the faint rustlings as the beautiful forest creatures settle into their nests for the evening. Now, through a gap in the dark trunks of the trees that line your path, you catch a glimpse. You catch a glimpse of a light in the distance. It appears very small and weak, and it vanishes with the next bend in the path. But soon, it reappears, and it grows ever larger and brighter as you draw near to it. After a few more bends in the path, you see that the light comes from a fire. A small fire in a stone fire pit in the center of a clearing. And as you come closer, you see someone standing beside the fire. Someone wrapped in a long, dark cloak. You feel a tiny thrill of fear at the idea of meeting a stranger at night in the woods. So you proceed very quietly now. Very quietly. Also recognizing a faint sense of anticipation. Even in the fear.
In this moment is an overwhelming feeling that despite the sadness that you might be feeling, there is a fire in the midst. Despite the fear that has come upon you, that you know somehow deep within yourself that you are safe. And that this opening, this clearing in the forest where the fire and the figure stands, that truly all is well. And that you are in the company of a friend. And you feel in the midst of the dark forest that there's something greater that wants to be felt and to be known and to be given life and expression. And it lets you know that beyond all your failures and your mistakes, all of your doubts and your reservations, that there is a greater love to be found here. And so you stand for a while gazing at the figure hiding within the forest, just out of sight, and allow yourself to feel that greater love. When tears fall down, there is a greater love. When sadness fills your sky, a greater love. And when you lose your way and don't know where to turn, there is a greater love. There is a greater love There is a greater love. You've fallen to your knees. There is a greater love. And when you've lost your dreams, a greater love. You don't know what to do or quite how to feel. There is a greater love. There is a greater love. There is a greater love. Leaning ever closer to the energy of the clearing and the figure within. Lean in. Lean in. Lean in. Lean in. Frustrations fill your heart. There is a greater love. When fear has filled your mind, a greater love. And when you feel alone, just lean in and know there is a greater love. There is a greater love. There is a greater love. Lean in. Lean in. Lean in. Lean in.
As you come to the edge of the clearing, you hesitate. And the cloaked figure turns from the fire to look at you. A moment of shock overcomes you. For you see that their face is twin to your own. A mirror image. The face looks at you with a grave but very kindly expression as they beckon you to draw nearer to the fire. You walk into the clearing and come to stand beside the figure, warming your cold hands and gazing into the flames. Neither of you speak, but there is an unspoken bond between you. The connection is palpable. After a moment that seems like an eternity, the figure puts out their hand to gently touch your shoulder. You exhale with a sense of relief and calm. A long, slow exhale that lets you know you are completely safe. You are completely safe. In that moment, you turn to the hooded figure, as if staring into your own dark eyes, and soak in the compassion in their face. And you begin to weep a sweet surrender. You begin to weep.
No one here to guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the woods. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone. People make mistakes. Fathers and mothers, people make mistakes, holding to their own, thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes. Everybody makes one another's terrible mistakes. But witches can be right, and giants can be good. You decide what's right. You decide what's good. Just remember, someone is on your side. Someone else is not. And while you're seeing your side, maybe you forgot they are not alone. Truly, for no one is alone. It's hard to see the light now. Just don't let it go. Things will turn out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is alone. Someone is on your side. No one is alone.
Gently, ever so gently, the figure puts out their strong arms, wraps them around you, and whispers into your ear, "Go ahead and weep, my friend. here and now it is safe to lay down the burden of forced cheerfulness and let yourself be sad. Let yourself give up the weary struggle to hold your head above the bitter tide of sorrow. Let it wash over you now, yes, even over your head. Acknowledge all the griefs, the hurts, disappointments. Allow yourself to mourn those who have gone before you. Honor your emotions and your pain. The darkness is a teacher. The darkness is a friend, not an enemy. You have nothing to fear from the darkness, for she is your mother, and she is the mother of light. She is the mother of the light. Surrender now to the dark, my friend. Lay your weary head on my shoulder and let your healing tears flow. Forget all the duties and obligations and burdens for a while, for nothing is required of you in this time and place, but to wait, to rest, and to feel. For the light cannot be reborn. The light cannot be reborn until the darkness is complete.
There is a power and a presence that knows you inside and out. A presence that knew you before you were born, knows every hair upon your head, knows every thought that crosses your mind, knows every feeling of your heart. And it loves you, for it knows only to love. It is that power and it is that presence that wraps its spiritual arms around you in such a way that you can melt into the existence of your very life and know that you are okay and that you are safe. That spirit is known by so many names. I invite you to join me in knowing the name God, feeling the nature of God even in the darkness. God knows it all. God knows your joy. God knows your pain. God feels your love and hurt the same. God is the power to heal all of your wounds. That healing presence, it lives in you. God knows your strength, your weakness too. No knows what you feel you can and cannot do. God's heart is open, her comfort is near. The Spirit waits to calm your fears. But you must pray and know the truth, that God is all expressed as you. There's not a single thing she cannot heal when you know God's love as real. So let the tears fall from your face and know they land in God's embrace. Our arms are there to break your fall. Just let God be your all in all. God takes the joy and heals all the pain. God takes your love and heals all the shame. God is the power to heal all your wounds. God's very presence, God's very presence, God's very presence, God's very presence heals you. Heals you. God's very presence heals you.
The shadowy figure holds you as you mourn, as you show them the scars of the past, the wounds of the present, and the fears for the future. Even the most secret and humiliating fears that you have never told anyone, that you have hardly acknowledged to yourself. All the darkness you've kept to yourself for so long is released. And again, you release a long and comforting exhale. Take a moment of silence. Within the warmth of the fire and the acknowledgement of the darkness within and without, to be, to just be here, now, here in this moment. There is a sense of relief. Here within this dark forest and dark feeling, the fire before you, it seems warmer, brighter. Is it? Or is it just that in my acknowledgement of my own darkness, that I made room? I made room for more light. It matters little now, for I've recognized the intrinsic dance between dark and light. I have remembered that both hold value and worth. And as you raise your head and once again meet the mirror image that has held you. The face seems less ominous and even more comforting. They speak. You are never alone. You are never alone. I am always with you. Seek me. Find me. Allow me. And as you say goodbye to the shadowy figure, you begin to walk back down the path that brought you here. But this time each footstep feels more confident. For the light of the moon, once hidden behind the clouds, is in full view. It's still dark out, and there's a darkness within, but you view it as your friend and not your enemy. As the light returns to the earth, to the forest, to the path, it is also returning to you. And you carry with you the awareness that even in the darkest nights, there is a fire that cannot and never will be extinguished. And this brings you hope. This brings you hope.
And that hope is a magnificent seed that grows within the darkness and the ashes of that which has been felt. Out of the ashes grows a seed, out of pain and human need. There grows a bloom that proves to be stronger than the darkness. Within the rubble there shines a light far beyond our human sight. There is an ember that cannot be put out. Let there be kindness and mercy, forgiveness and compassion as we reach out and hold each other's hand. Let there be giving and caring, something greater we are sharing. From the ashes, let us grow a seed of love. From despair, there grows a tree. Out of hurt, community. Well, it is mighty and it is strong, offering its shelter. From the desert there springs to life a place of refuge amidst our fight, a little healing that shines more powerful than fear. Let there be kindness and mercy, forgiveness and compassion as we reach out and hold each other's hand. Let there be giving and caring, something greater we are sharing. From the ashes, let us grow a seed of love. From the ashes, we will grow a seed of love. And so we prepare to end our journey and our time, walking right smack dab into the middle of that which made us afraid or made us want to hide. And from the soil of facing that which needs to be faced, something beautiful emerges. And we hold with you tonight that something beautiful has emerged for you on this path, on this journey, through this moment, this brief moment in time. And our hope and our love and our joy and our peace that we hold for you is that this is something that you carry with you through the rest of the season. And when you feel those feels coming up again, you feel those things that, maybe you feel like they don't belong. Let them belong. Let them belong. And from the ashes will grow a seed of understanding that we are never, ever, ever alone. Because there is always a greater and a greater and a greater love. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. 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 This was a bit of an experiment for Michael and I tonight, and I thank you for being part of our experiment. It felt very emotional to me. I got a little choked up a couple of times, and I'm okay. It's what I needed to feel tonight. And I hope that something, a word that was spoken, a visual that came through, a song, whatever it was that touched you, let it be. Let it be. Play with it. Make it your friend. And take it with you through the season, because there's a great gift in there, a great gift of light in the midst of the darkness. If it had meaning, I'm going to invite you to say thank you, to find a way to say thank you, either through a text to give, mailing in a check to the church, dropping a check off at the church, contributing to our holiday match. We're raising money to make 2020 not a bleak midwinter feeling, but a feeling of that even in the rough patches we found God, and that God knows all of the experiences that we're having. Your donations really help that be and are really making the end of the year tremendous in every possible way. Find a way to say thank you. Tell people what we're doing here at Unity North. Let them know that we are here, and we're here every Wednesday and every Sunday. I do want to invite you to join us. Next Wednesday, we are in person. We have a wonderful experience, a walk through Bethlehem, as we take off the mask of Bethlehem and invite you to take a look at what's underneath the mask of the characters of the story of the birth of Jesus, the birth of the Christ on earth. On the 24th, we have 3 different candlelight experiences for you on Christmas Eve. They will all be very similar. The first one will be at 7 o'clock in the back parking lot. The next one will be a Zoom, and there'll be a beautiful mandala, and I'll be here in the room doing a Zoom with you all, and we'll be lighting candles at that point, so have your candles ready if you sign up for that one. And then at 11:30, we'll ring Christmas in from 11:30 to about midnight, a soft, quiet, reflective candle lighting experience again, where we will sing Silent Night and bring up all the memories of years past. You have to register for all 3 of these events, and space is limited, so please go on immediately and register tonight before you go to sleep tonight and say, I want to be part of this magic. A lot of energy has been put into these services, and we're feeling pretty good about what we've been able to create of light in the midst of a quarantine that feels like darkness. And then, of course, our annual Burning Bowl, our annual White Stone ceremony, that's going to be happening on the 31st of December, and it's also going to be equally as magical and wonderful. And so we thank you for joining us here this evening, and we're going to leave you. Michael, do you want to say anything to anybody watching before we go?
May your holiday season be blessed, and thank each and every one of you for tuning in these Wednesday nights. Rich and I just love doing this. And I thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, we leave you with the song we started with. As you go your separate way and into your night, into your life, hear that voice calling us, calling you from Unity North and from within and from everywhere. Child of my heart, I see you, I hear you, I feel you. Child of my heart, let me know your needs, let your soul receive. I am here, we are here for you now. Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you for joining us this evening. Go in peace. Good night, everyone.